Hey YouTube, on a guitar safari yesterday, managed to pick up a telecaster. There. This is a Jim Deacon one, which looks pretty damn new to me, probably only a couple of years old. It's pretty much mint condition as well. It's got a wee bit of scratches on the back there, and a wee bit there, but apart from that, pretty much mint. Had to do a wee bit of work on it already, just to make it work. I had to shim the neck, and there was a couple of grub screws were missing out the bridge, and the nut was split in half and had fallen out. So I had to do a wee bit of work, and there was a couple of high frets as well. Maybe just not the best fret job of any. But it's pretty rare I actually managed to get Tellys. Well, it's pretty rare I get Tellys that I don't keep. I've been buying Tellys, you've probably seen in my videos, I've been buying Tellys from China. Because Tellys cost the same as Strats to buy new pretty much. But you can pick up Strats all the time. 10 Strats, 20 Strats per Telly you see on like eBay and Gumtree. I really don't know why. I really recommend if anyone was buying a new guitar, your Squire Affinity or whatever it is, buy the Telly, because it'll be worth twice as much in a couple of years time if you try to sell it. I think it might just be because Tellys are so cool. But beginners maybe don't want them, I don't know. Maybe for more advanced players, would that be right? I think it's the sort of thing you don't really want nobody's going to want like a cheapy Strat sitting in the corner. It's like, first guitar, whereas if you get a cheapy Telly, is still a Telly, which is still cool, so you can still do the country twang. Tellys just do have their own sound. I don't know how much of it's to do with the metal plate that the pickup's mounted in, or the shape of the pickup, or the fact the way it's mounted, or something like that. This one is top loaded as opposed to being through strung, which I believe is a more authentic, original way of doing it. I honestly can't tell the difference, like playing it whether being top strung or through the back. The idea is, which I sort of, as if the strings are going through the body, it adds to sustain, but I don't know if that makes any difference at all. I think they just say that for vibe. It's obviously more expensive doing it that way as well, because it means you've got to drill 6 holes and put wee metal bits on it, whereas this one you just mount the strings into the top of the bridge. I'm not sure I like this type of switch tip. But in saying that, actually, it means you don't. I'd have a tendency. Normally they're sort of round, the switch tip. I normally always find that when you knock it into there, you always touch the volume control. It's not the best design on an original Telly, but this makes it a wee bit. You're less likely to knock the volume control. I'll just leave it as it is just now. Neck pickup on it's great as well. I used to be well against the Telly neck pickup, thinking it was by far the worst of the 3 sounds, but I've kind of grown on to it recently. And both in the middle is just amazing. Incidentally, this has actually got small frets, which is the first time I think I've seen it in years, because most guitars now have got what they call jumbo frets. This has got more vintagey spec, I would think, more like what an original Telly would be. It's not a massive difference in size, but they're definitely thinner than most of the guitars I can see looking at just now that are hanging on the wall. Which it's kind of, I don't know, does it really make any difference? I don't think it makes any difference when you're playing it, but you notice it looking at it. So what do you think you should do with this guitar? My original plan was, I was going to paint it green and yellow and make it the first Buckfast Telly, because quite a few folk have asked for a Buckfast Telly, but it's awful nice, and it's like I don't like, you know what I mean, if it had been pink and all scratched or something, maybe I would have done that, but you can't take a guitar that actually looks really good. You know, this is a genuinely nice looking Telly. I don't really want to be chopping it up. You don't even have to change the tuners, it's got good ones on it. I had thoughts maybe about, you know, reshaping the head, but I actually quite like the headstock shape. It's not too offensive. It's I think there's enough of it left there. If you were to sand it off here and here, you could actually get a Telecaster shaped head out of it if you really wanted to, but I'm not going to bother doing that. I don't think there's anything wrong with what's on it. I think a Strat headstock would look wrong, but that, because it's sort of in the middle, it works, so I'm happy with that. Pickup wise, Leo got it right first time. Bridge, middle, neck, volume and tone. It's like, it just seems to be right for me. When you're in the middle position, it's hum cancelling, so one of these pickups is reverse wound, which means that I can put a switch in, either a switch or a push-pull pop, which would knock the two of them into series, which would give you a big humbucker, which I've done on my white Telly, which is a nice mod, especially if you put it in a push-pull pop, because it means you don't, if you don't know it was there, it doesn't get in the way at all. You know, you would only know it when you pull it out and you go, wow, third, fourth sound. But apart from that, I kind of don't really know. I mean, I do have another, I don't know, I could put a humbucker in here, or I could put a triple bucker in here, or I've actually got another Telly neck pickup. I could put another Telly neck pickup in here, or I could put, you know, like a Strat one in the middle, make it a Nashville Telly or any of these things, but it kind of, or I've actually got an Esquire plate, which is basically just the same as this, apart from it doesn't have a hole in it. So that would make it an Esquire, just a single pickup guitar, which is amazing when you've got a single coil. But I don't think that would be very popular. So answers on a postcard, and then copy it out into the comment section of this, if there's any ideas of what to do with it. I'm kind of in a position, it's annoying with the Buckfast thing, because I know that if I did paint it like a bottle of Buckfast and then put it up for sale, I would get like 50 quid more for it than I will as it is, so it's totally worth doing. It's just my soul won't let me chop up a really nice guitar to make like a cartoon one. Zero. It's a crap loop to play over. So I'm not going to keep this telly. I've got a white one, a white Chinese one that is a telly as well. So it's got the same, you know, it's like 2 single coil pickups and it's just a telly. So that's that justification out the window. Most of the other tellies I've got have got something different. You know, it's got 1 pickup, humbuckers, P90s, Floydros, something else. This one is just a telly. Nice solid guitar. So Jim Deacon, again, seemed to be really good guitars. It did need a bit of work, fret finishing on it, and as I said, because it kind of looks brand new, there was absolutely no wear in the frets at all. So this one came from the factory or from the shop with high frets, and needed a little bit of filing and fidgeting with to make them work. I think one of the things with guitars like this is the high frets were up here, so anyone who's buying like an entry level telly is most likely to be a beginner, so they're only going to be playing chords down here, and for that it was absolutely fine, no problems at all. Just if you're playing lead up here, you want to be doing a bit of work to make it work. And again, it's one of those things which I kind of take for granted because I know how to do these things, you know, fix things up. When you're buying guitars from Gumtree or eBay and you don't know how to sort out problems like these, it can be very expensive if you're going to take it to a shop to fix it. I don't know what they would charge. I think you're probably up 50, 60, 70, something like that, to sort out a guitar like this. The other problem would be, of course, if you were a beginner, you wouldn't know what was wrong with the guitar. You would just think that you were rubbish at playing. Because my first guitar was a Honor Rockwood Stratocaster, and which I didn't know at the time, there was something wrong with the neck down here, so you couldn't play any of the normal open chords. They just buzzed, so I thought I was too crap at it. So basically I learnt by playing Black Sabbath, you know, playing power chords up here. It wasn't until like 6 months later when I got an acoustic and I started playing these chords. I was like, hold on, these are really easy, what's going on? And then I realised that the reason was because the guitar I had was knackered. So if you didn't know, you know, if you think the notes aren't ringing right and stuff like that, it could be your guitar. But because I've gone through so many guitars, I kind of, you know, as soon as I pick these up and play them, you go, oh, something not right there, something not right there. So possibly coming up for sale soon, possibly a bit modded, but I don't know, it's a bit nice. I might see if I sell it, if no one buys it then I'll stick in a humbucker or a triple bucker or a P90 or something else. Rock and roll!